Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. It's your favorite icon, the Icon 6, on a small break from work until I have to go back. So you see me in my work clothes right here, representing that MS Matrix Solutions. Shout out to my partner Anthony Manigold and the whole Matrix Solution team. Got a little salt, be sweating, be doing my little thing because I puts that work in. I gotta put that work in. But check it. This is Circle of the Gods. 6 with your favorite icon. And I'm going to have a 30-minute session, maybe 35 minutes, on a topic today about love. We need to be careful about this thing called love, how we approach it, how we utilize it in ways that is weaponized, the way that we take it for granted, uh, and the weight of what that construct means. And I say construct, I know some people will uh, maybe not see it in the way that I'm about to say it because they don't think love is a construct, it's a thinking pattern. Because when you say love and you give it a definition, you put the mind on a certain frequency in connection with a definition that man gave it. So it demands a response. These words, they command and demand response from us. So when we look at the word love in and of itself, oh man, there's so many things, and we're gonna tap on that just a little bit today. But before we get into that, Dale, let me say this here. Tomorrow, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube, I will be right here at the Circle of the Gods. 6, doing part 2 on the feminine principle, woman, the master teacher. And we're gonna round that up and close that off. And really want to just pay respect to woman, the feminine principle, the mothers, the sisters, the daughters. You know what I'm saying? The feminine part of who we are. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and also just highlight a few things on how wickedly wise people are trying to continue to use the woman as their source and the manipulation games that go on with that to make the woman feel a certain type of way, feel entitled to certain things a type of way, and feel that they have a power, right, that other people are manipulating, which is a false sense of power, and how that's destroying us as a human species in and of itself, or relegating us, a segment of the majority in numbers of people, to a relegated position to where we can't come together. We can't we don't come together, unify around the principles of real life, not man-made constructed things. Talking about nature and getting back to nature and the laws that govern nature. And if love was a real without it being said or written with letters, then it would translate into the caringness of one and its species, its progeny, and the protection in the way that it feeds, in the way that it structures and protects itself. You know what I'm saying? Because that would have to be the ultimate expression of love, to stand and protect and show care and protection over what has been given to you within your capacity to have, and that's yourself and any progeny that comes from that. Everything outside of that is our connection with one another. I'll be right back with you, man. Y'all hang in there. It's the Circle of the Gods, man. Yeah. Yeah. What's up with it? It's your favorite icon up in the building. Circle of the Gods. 6. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Kamikaze. Yes, we in the building. It's the Circle of the God. 6. Do you feel me? I'm the boss. Icon and I said it. I'm already ready. FedEx that. You got me? Bacardi in the cup, what's up? With some Sprite and some lean, I'm about to make them lean on the truth, boy. It's the manifesto of the G.O.D., yeah, icon, let's go. Murderous eyes, yeah, that's the flow when we leave it tight and leave no doubt, cause we gotta let them know. I still pay respect to the gods on the other side, but right now, I got to G-O. Flexing on a whole nother level till my friends can't up with me. Go. If you get to the top, I salute that. Let's get it. It's always family, always friends. Until we turn to something else, I throw up my hands and get loose with it. I'm just saying in my own lane, cause I don't get into all the other things. It's love over here. The circle of the God.6, yeah. Let's get it clear. We about to go and make this thing happen 2026 and beyond. Yeah, comedic time, if you want it. Every calendar jet, we own it. We don't stop the freestyle, keep on flowing. Cause I'm the icon, boy, and they know it. They know it. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to my hometown, Fort Pierce, St. Lucie County. Duval, stand up, let's go. Yeah, that's love, nigga. That's love. And niggas, gods and goddesses, or whatever, man. We go by up under these social constructs. Let's talk about it. It's too easy, man. Circle of the Gods.6. I am the Icon6. Icon6. Let's show them. It's too easy, baby. One time for the trade. Parkland, Edgewater, Fort Pierce. Circle of the Gods. Let's go up in this piece. It's your favorite icon up inside of this thing. Yang. So we back, man. And I'm in between work right now. Had an opportunity to sit down for a moment to actually just breathe for a second. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are happening right now in the workplace. Uh, like with any other thing that you do, you have some people who are in it for the long haul. They understand the sacrifices that goes into earning that dollar. You know what I'm saying? And you got those that, they come for the moment, they good, and then they get eyes for other things, desires for other things. So they with you, then they not. And then it's those who do not stick around at all. They don't want to work. They don't want to work. They just want things to be given to them on a silver platter. Uh, they want to feel like they're the king or the queen and everybody else is peasants. And no, it don't quite work that way unless you find some people that they call doormats and you can wipe your feet with them. But nonetheless, having an opportunity to investigate things going on in your life, sometimes it can be overwhelming. Now I'm a type of person that I'm very optimistic. I don't like to be a pessimist, always seeing the bad and stuff. I know that it's a potential there and it could actually be bad, but how do you fix it? Some things can be fixed with the actual filling in of certain things to make the thing whole again, and some things get fixed by actually cutting it the fuck off. So it don't be attached to the self, right? Or somebody else's self and dragging that person down. And that's the conversation right now. Love. We use the word, we hear the word, we apply the word, or we say we applying the word, or we think we applying the word. But in definition, the constructed word itself, a lot of the time you hear that word love and you don't feel nothing from it because the sender energy don't match what the proposed idea of what love was supposed to be. Love was supposed to be kind and gentle and protective in a way that it promotes life and preserves life. Love, joy, happiness, all of these things are associated with what love is supposed to be, not stress. There are natural things that causes stress. And when we move with nature and understand nature and the laws that govern nature, we can tend to navigate and manage that stress. But unnecessary stress that's caused by negative program mindedness in us, and I do say us because I don't exclude myself from what I'm saying. But we got to be in the classroom. That's my model. Why aren't we looking at this thing as a lesson, a class lesson? What are you supposed to learn here? Hmm? I love you. If I'm really researching the root of what that love is supposed to be, and I'm processing and I'm considering, I'm applying intellect, I'm applying common sense, intellect. I'm looking at experience. I'm looking at inexperience. I really want to grasp what's before me in thought before I participate. Give myself some form of a chance through grasping what they call perceiving or perception. Not in the soft way or passive way of how we look at perception. Like I looked at it and I thought about it and I moved on. But perception from the root of what it's supposed to mean, actually taking hold and possession of, grasping, really contemplating what you're thinking, putting in the time to investigate, to research the very things that's bringing an idea to your mind through words, man. Because this is where the devil play his most cruelest game. It's through words. It's through the system of spelling. But it's also the destination and field or the theater where the God also, and I don't mean play games in a way like it has no meaning, it's trivial, but for slang's sake, when God do his thing or good does its thing, then there's competition. It's going to be a war. And right now we're at war because we're using words and saying things, and when we don't get the right product, all you getting is more stress. All you getting is no understanding. All you getting is I feel entitled. All you getting is, and this is what we do. I know you're supposed to be focused on your own self, community, because you're responsible for you. Like I'm responsible for me. And I've said this a million times. If you meet people along the way who are on the same frequency, there will be a love connection, or what they call love, a true one, meaning caringness. Every second that you with that person, you know what I'm saying? You know understanding is gonna be applied. You will feel the love. And it'll be so strong, it will create a peaceful environment. You won't feel threatened. You won't feel like the one or the other is judging. You in class. If we had that kind of mentality, we wouldn't be crashing out on each other as much as we do. And then have the audacity to say love. I have to check myself a lot of the times because I'd be like, man, you could be causing some stress, bro, unnecessarily. Check it. You know. And the first thing I would say to us, those of us who are human beings, people gonna be human. We're not gonna always get it right. We're prone to errors and mistakes. But continuously, consistently, icon, and this is what I tell myself, you consistently doing this and consistently doing that. Taking ownership and accepting responsibility demands of action, not lip service. And when you can't get the product of peace that you setting out for, separation, man. Hold no ill feelings. But I'm a detriment to you or you a detriment to me because there's no understanding. Either both of us is lacking or one of us is lacking, and it's not bringing the desired product that love is supposed to give off. You don't even have protection when you don't do it the right way. when emotions top priority and giving reign to rule havoc because you emotional. And a wise man told me, you can't, when you thinking in emotion, man, you're gonna get a bad outcome, a bad product. It's when we have the capacity to slow down and have some patience and have an open mind. But we've been scarred, man. We've been scarred. So much trauma in our life. Trauma. Growing up feeling that we always had to be, but that's the way I grew up. I'm my mama's oldest son. I have an older sister. And I felt like I had to be the tough one because I'm the oldest son. You go to bark and trying to feel out. I gotta protect. I gotta protect. Then it becomes your character. Somebody could be coming to you with help, or a word that can enlighten, or just telling you the damn truth. But we so goddamn gung ho and feeling like everything is coming against us, and I gotta protect. That's the way I was, man. And it led me down some dark paths. Yeah, some dark paths. It's hard to keep friends like that. Not that every person you meet is really your friend, because we got to check all of these things that we say and read, talking about friends and love and like, and do you really know what it means? Do you know how to activate it and put it in a natural sense and make it become a reality? This thing called love, or are you just bumping your gums like, or being a parrot? A parrot can speak words that it hear, it can learn, and it plays it back. But are we really putting the work in to really understand and sharpen the perception instead of keeping it dull because we're looking at it in a passive way? I see, I understand, but you really don't, because if you really understood and you had the wisdom to apply what you know and understood, then you will have the right product or be in a process to until it becomes a fruition. So we got to be careful with this thing called love. People trick you with that shit. I'm speaking directly to the gods and goddesses. No matter what capacity you in, even if you don't think that you're that, that's not most high within my system of things. That's what really matters to me in my system of things. I just want other people to understand what's going on in my system of things so that you can understand me better. And that's why I keep myself open. I learn things about people the same way they're supposed to be learning things about me. I'm sharing my life and I'm sharing my story. Sorry, not sorry. I'm just one of them people that's very direct. I'm very direct. I give too much love for anybody to be around me not to understand that I receive correction and I give it out of love, or what they this thing called love, because I care about the person. I care about the people. I care about the circumstance and how it can affect us and the people and the earth that we live on and other life. That's when you grow up. That's real love, because there's a sadness in it, but it's a peace in that because you know. And when you know, then you know how to move. And when you understand what you know, damn, I can start applying some stuff. That's just me. Sometimes we catch each other at times where we want to express things, man. We got to learn how to read. Now, people come into a room, read the room. We always talking about read the room. We ain't even got enough sense, man, how to read each other. Check a person's temperature if you got love for them. If a person is telling you, listen, I'm having a start to a bad day, but I'm optimistic. Here's what's going down. You know what I'm saying? Don't let something start off beautiful because it's going in your favor. And if things are being set up to where it could be some equality there, you got to maintain the line. But read the temperature of people. Sometimes when you find people, man, they might be a little bit down. Don't put nothing extra heavy. Let's keep it light right here until lightness come to that person. because there's a high probability that if these emotions, or if there is an emotion that's been triggered and that person is not able to gather themselves, it can make things go left. And then it's this thing called respect. How the hell you gonna get respect when you don't fucking give it? Always thinking somebody trying to disrespect you, Icon. I'm just saying me. Everybody else got to apply this as they apply it. So it'll never be misconstrued that I can't be saying things, but he don't apply it to himself. I apply everything to myself that's applied to others outside of myself. Because I'm responsible for this. I'm responsible for this. And I ain't asking for permission to be right. I don't need no permission to ask to do the right things. I'm gonna just do it. And if I get a negative outcome for trying to do the right thing, then it's, yeah, the lifespan of that shit. And nobody might not give a fuck if people around them or don't be around them. According to the zodiac, I'm a Taurus. I can be by my fucking self and still participate in nature because I'm not trying to hurt nothing. I'm not trying to take nothing from nobody. I'm not trying to manipulate or trick. I'm honest. At least I strive to be that and be upfront so you know what you're dealing with. But then you meet people, they hide a lot of shit. They don't tell you everything, but then they think you naive, like you don't see, you don't hear. That's why I keep my poker face on. I listen to wisdom. Be careful when you're talking to people. You never know when you might be entertaining an angel, and they never tell you what kind of angel. Yeah, could be a death angel, could be an angel of light, an angel of life. Study. So I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm not desperate. I'm just being me. Me. When you learn to accept me, then it won't be so bad. The same way I got to learn people. So if you got an ignoring, high-pitched voice, and I know that's what that is, I know that's you. Your volume might be high, but I can discern because I've been around you when you being malicious or being fake or being the person that I see. I see somebody that's open to learning and stuff like that. But we don't exercise this thing called love. So be careful when people tell you that shit. If I'm saying it to you, man, and my actions don't line up, every time I gotta come around, there's things, and that's another thing, man. You gotta get out of this. It's not my fault mentality all the time. We always wanted to be somebody else's fault. And stop trying to psychoanalyze people. You're not no damn psychiatrist or psychologist. We got to learn to let people be who they are and recognize what that is. You might be a heavy talker. Somebody else might not talk that much. A person that talk a lot can't be upset because a person don't talk that much. If that's what you knew of their character and that was exposed, how the fuck you gonna get mad? You gotta learn each other. Because if we don't, this thing called love, you can throw that shit in the garbage can. Like for real, for real. Don't mean nothing. At least coming from the person that saying it and don't establish no fucking peace. Icon. Yeah. I look that man in the mirror. I look in the mirror. I ain't afraid to talk to myself. And that's why I'm alone a lot. That's why a lot of people don't stay. I'm not gonna play with that. That's my fucking sanity. Don't you care about yours? And how many chances do we give each other until you just discover, man, my brother just ain't never gonna learn, or he ain't learning right now. I got other things to go and do because I value my peace. And we gotta think like sisters, you gotta think like that when it comes to men that you deal with. And men, we must think like that when it comes to the women that we deal with or the friends that we pick. how we deal with family members. Talking about across the board. I speak in generality. So I can touch across the board. This thing called I tell you, sometimes I don't know, y'all. Sometimes I don't know, but I do. But anyway, I'll be right back after this break. Y'all hang in there. Okay. We here. We got angels watching over us. Angels guiding us. Real spirits. Truth. Yeah. One thing I want to mention is you gotta keep the faith. You gotta believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Yeah. Believe in the talent. Let's go. Believe in the gifts. Acquire the skills. Yeah. But above all, understand and love. Icons. Check it. Circle of the gods. Finesse. Icon the best. My family strong. It give me the heart to move side to side like a side, like the time when it flies. I'm still in the booth. I'm still the one that they calling the chief in the booth. Hold up. When the angels cry, they cry tears of joy for the little boy and girl. Mothers and fathers getting back together for the children. I'm like, yeah. We can make it happen, We can make it happen, Hold up, roll the dice one time. Get your mind right. We on the side right now. Come on. They in them cars and they flying. Trying to get another gig, trying to get up in this thing and let you know what it is. But you get slowed down. Cause life be life. What is that? What is struggle? It's just an opportunity, man. Struggle ain't that. It's gonna show you something, who you really are. And when you see yourself in the midst of struggle, if you're strong, capitalize. If you're weak, shut that itch down. Chilling. More money, more problems. That's what Biggie said. Hey, baby. How long will you mourn for me? That's what Pop said. Yeah. Let's go up in this piece, man. It's your favorite icon, man. We about to wrap this thing on up. So in my closing statements, first and foremost, I want to send a special shout out to all of the friends and family members, networking partners, and associates and potentials. I want to say to all of those who have been a plus in my life, a lesson in my life, thank you so much. Irregardless of how we may feel when tension is on and emotions are high, I stick with the Most High because Most High represents supreme mathematics. And if you got the right math, you can get the right product. So that's where I'm floating at with it. And I love to come here and do these talks because it's therapy for me, and I love to do it because I was blessed, or let me say I was created to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I cultivate these things, and I love coming and be able to share conversations with people about real things that's happening because I want us to have peace. You know what I'm saying? Above all things, man, let's acquire the knowledge to get the understanding and then have the wisdom to apply what we know and understand. And sometimes we got to take a step back and get into a quiet spot, because the world is loud. When it comes to you and the world care about itself. It may not care about the individual. So we need to understand and remember that when you go out amongst the world don't give a damn about you per se. It's too busy doing what it needs to do, whether that's good or bad. We need to be doing the same thing. If you have love for self, that's where it's supposed to start. If you can't even get your own peace and strive and work for that, then how you gonna give it to somebody else? Icon. That's why I stay in the classroom. That's why I remain in study. That's why I dig deep when I go into contemplation about what I'm thinking about and where it's coming from. I need to know what's being marketed to me because I know it's happening every second of the day. I know that I didn't have control of the language. I didn't have power over none of its institutions of learning. I can't, excuse me, I came into a system that was already set. And I thank the Most High for giving me something through my trying time that reconnected me to the truth. It's sad to see so many people still because we thinking that money and having material things uh make us what we are. But hey, it is what it is. So I hope that you all, and I pray that you all, and I know that you all will. Let me put it like this: you will have a beautiful rest of your day if you so desire it. If not, if you do not have a good day, if you do not have a spectacular day, it's your fault. And this is what I say to myself. It's nobody's fault but your own. If you don't have love, that means you're not loving yourself. If you don't have care, that means you're not caring for yourself. If you don't have no one to listen, that means you're not in reflection and meditation and dealing with your internal voices. Have love for the root, which is you, and keep cultivating and growing. And then you'll perhaps know how to grow out into a world and meet people that feel the same way. And when you meet people that feel the same way, it's going to be peace. Even if you go through some struggle in the beginning, because people have to learn. But once you've been around somebody for enough time, whatever that time may be for whoever, you'll know whether you can hang or you can't, what you're willing to invest and what you're not. But above all, know that your peace is worthy. Love, love, love. It's been real, y'all. I got to get up out of here. So I'm gone. Peace and love. Yada.